Well, good morning, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year, by the way. This one's going to go out, what, 2nd of January, I think, I hope. Yeah, so Happy New Year. If you like what you see, please like, please subscribe, hit the little bell icon down in the corner, would be great. Yeah, that's out of the way. Leave some comments, love to hear some comments. So, yeah, as I say, Happy New Year. I've come out, I'm in the Scottish Highlands, near enough, and I'm at a location called the Butter Bridge, which is kind of just behind me here. So I'm going to make a study of it, 2 or 3 shots, see what we can get. So I came out here, had a wee kind of recce yesterday. It's quite a long way, I think it's about 100 miles from home, give or take. But so I had a recce, and back again today. The light is a lot better. Yesterday was miserable. Today we've got some sunshine, still cloudy, some sunshine. Can actually see the mountains, which we couldn't do yesterday. Alright, yeah, so let's press on. Butter Bridge, here we go. So I'm all set for the first shot of the day now. Looking, as I think probably every single shot that I take, looking down the river towards the bridge. So let me just switch on the movie there so that you can see exactly what we're looking at. As I say, we've got the river coming straight down here towards the bridge. Okay, bridge sitting across here in the kind of this third, if you like. We've also got the mountain up on this part of the rule of thirds here. I think that's called Beinn Ime, I'm not sure, fairly certain. Beinn Ime, the Butter Mountain is what that means, and this is, as I said, the Butter Bridge. Okay, another mountain here, just kind of echoing, if you like, the shape of the bridge. Do you see that? Yeah, so fairly simple shot, fairly simple, but hopefully fairly effective. I think that's probably about it. You know, like I say, bridge on the thirds, other mountains on the other thirds. Not much in this one other than the kind of the line of the river running through it, and that's it. So let me switch off that movie there. I'm going to focus on the bridge itself. There we go. Try again. Try and actually get onto the bridge this time, Douglas. There we are. Focus on the bridge itself. I'm using the polarizer just to take some of the shine off the water, and I'm going to bracket because we're very, very bright in the sky and fairly dark down around here, down the bottom of the picture. So yeah, bracketing. That's it. Off we go. 1, 2, 3. Click. So for the next shot, I'm going to try a pano, hopefully getting, you probably can't see this on there, the bridge kind of coming in from the left hand side, leading across with the hills in the background, leading across to see this hill over here as well. Okay, that's the general idea. Now, somebody actually asked me the other day there, how do you set up your tripod when you're doing a pano? Because often I'll say this is the settings on the camera, but you don't show me how to set up the tripod. This seems to be confusing people, so it's actually very simple, but I'll take you through it. Now, I do have a tripod here which has got a little kind of bubble spirit level on it. If you don't have one of them, you can actually get spirit levels that sit in the hot shoe of your camera that you can use just to show that your tripod is level. But a lot of people don't really understand, I don't think, just how the spirit level kind of works, if you like. So I've got it set up. Now what I'm going to do, I've just got all 3 legs of the tripod fully extended. Obviously that's the height I want, it's approximate height I want for this particular shot. Now if you were taking a lower level one, for example, you'd want your legs down at approximately the level that you want. So, but I've got them all fully extended here. What you want is your tripod to be absolutely flat. So you want on your spirit level, the little bubble to be smack bang in the middle. So all I'm going to do is adjust the legs really easily, really simply, just minute fractions. I mean, we're relatively level, it's leaning over that way slightly. So what I'll do, in point of fact, if I actually turn it ever so slightly so that one of these legs, about there, no, maybe a bit further, we've gone too far. Right, that leg there approximately is at the highest point. So what I'm going to do is just loosen that off ever so slightly, push it down until that bubble sits more or less in the middle. But now it's not quite the middle yet, but I've got it level with this leg here, this leg at the far side, so it's pointing that way. So again, I was going to lower that, same deal, okay, just to bring the bubble into the middle, which is about there, and that's me got the bubble smack bang in the middle. So that's that, nice and easy. So I'll just, if I turn the right knobs on my camera, turn that around there, and again I've got a spirit level on the camera. If you don't have that, then obviously you'll want to use a wee kind of hot shoe spirit level, because you want, as I say, your camera to be as flat as possible so that you get as much kind of real estate that you can get then crop down to make your picture. That's the general idea anyway. Okay, so I'll just sit that onto display, and then I can see my level, and I'll be able to see the camera, see the bridge and whatnot at the right level, which is great. What I'll do, I'll go and get the my pin just now, and I'll set it up and let you see exactly what we're looking at, so bear with me. Okay, so I'm all set up with this my pin now. It's easier for me to show you. You don't need one of these if you're going to be doing a panorama. You really don't. I've only got it because I want to vlog this. I've got the cable all tagged up already. There we go, that's out of the way. Okay, so as I was saying, if I put on display, you can see that we've got it at exactly flat. You can see the spirit level smack bang in the middle of the picture there, and it's telling me my camera is absolutely straight. Now if I loosen off that, I can twist it around for the full length of the picture that I want, which is only up to about there, it's not too far, and you can see that remains flat all the way because I've got the tripod flat and I've got the camera level. Okay, so that's approximately where we're going to be starting from. Let me just, again, I'll change that display so as I can see the histogram here. Okay, now what I'll do, I'm going to raise my exposure time to roughly, I don't want to go too far because that'll overexpose, but about there looks about right. Okay, because you can see, if you look at that histogram there, you can see everything on the right hand side is kind of bunched up, and that's exactly what we want. We want to kind of expose to the right. Okay, and as I twist it round, okay, well that's overexposing slightly, so again I'm just going to bring that down, wrong way again, to about maybe there, 1/13 of a second. Turn it around again. Yeah, I would say that's more or less it. Now I'm going to bracket anyway, for the same reason as I bracketed before. It's really bright up at the top and fairly dark down the bottom. Alright, so that's a set. So I'll just switch off your movie here so that we can all see it. That's that. Switch that off again so as I can see it. And that's us ready to go. Okay, I'll just change the display so I can see the picture, and off we go. 1, 2, 3, click. So I've moved along to the other side of the bridge now, still on the same side of the water. I'll go across the other side in a minute or two, but yeah, I'm on this side of the water for now, looking downstream towards the bridge. Let me switch on the movie again so you can see what we're looking at here. Again, I've tried to get the bridge sitting more or less in this rule of thirds, so the river's running up towards rule of thirds. We've got this tree here sitting right on that third as well. Just tried to get a nice shot out of it. Okay, I had to wait for a few minutes, in point of fact here, probably about 10-15 maybe, because there was an old guy turned up with his family and he was scattering some ashes, and the last thing I want to do is interrupt someone while they're doing that. So out of respect, obviously, you know, you don't want to, but what a lovely place to wind up. I hope you'd agree. Absolutely gorgeous down here. It's starting to rain, I'm getting on the camera, but it's still lovely. I can think of a lot worse places to wind up. Anyway, on with the shot. Yeah, okay. I've shown you the video. You can see the movie that we're looking at here. Now what I'm going to do, if I just decrease, sorry, so to get more details. So that's about an eighth of a second. We're at f9. Okay, so let me switch the movie off. I'm going to double check my histogram again. Oops. Come on. Right. That's the worst thing about this camera. It chucks up warnings and you have to sit and wait for them to stop. So yeah, check my histogram as I was saying. There we go. Roughly 1/8 of a second is probably ideal. Okay, so that's that. I just wiped the rain off the front lens there, like that, and I'm going to polarize it as well. Just try and make the water a bit darker if I can. That is making absolutely no difference whatsoever, and I'm still getting rain on the front lens, as I can see. Okay, we are pointing, I think, pretty much south, so really into the sun, I think, such as it is. A lot of diffused light as well, so probably the polarizer is not really going to work at that angle. Anyway, that's the shot I'm going to take, and I'll just off we go. 1, 2, 3, click. Give you a wee wipe there. Okay. So I've moved back a bit along the river again, so I'm going for a wider shot than I got before. I mean, I was just, what, about 4 or 5 metres down that way a minute ago, but I'm going for a wider shot this time. Let's give this lens a wee wipe to incorporate this mountain up here. Now that could be Beinn Ime. I'm not entirely certain. I don't have a map to hand to check it, but I'll put a wee thing up on the screen if I can figure out what the mountain actually is. Okay, anyway, so yeah, that's what we're looking at. Let me put on the movie. So there we go. Again, we've got the mountain up here. I've got the river running through. Look down a tad, about there. The river's running right through over here to the bridge, which again is sitting on that bottom rule of thirds. I've got the whole mountain sitting up here. In the top rule of thirds, it's running through this particular intersection of the thirds here. There's absolutely nothing happening in the sky, which is a bit dull. There are kind of clouds and blue sky poking through, so I'm going to bracket again, see if we can bring out some of the detail in the sky up there, just to make it a slightly more interesting shot, because I don't think we're going to get the light this morning, to be honest with you. Okay, so yeah, that's the shot we're looking at. Let me just switch that off again and I'll set it up. So I'm setting at F9. All these are going to be kind of F9, F10. They're there or thereabouts. Okay. Oops, it's not quite level, so I'll level up there. I shall go to my histogram. So that's going to overexpose, so I'm going to bring it down a little bit to about 1/13 of a second. Alright, and that, I think, is that. Focus on the bridge yet again. Okay. And I'm going to go, 1, 2, 3, click. So I'll tell you a wee bit about the bridge here. It's part of an old military road. Now the military roads, I can't remember if I've covered this before in any of my vlogs. The military roads were built by General Wade and Major Caulfeild in the aftermath of the 1715, I think it was, Jacobite uprising. And it allowed them basically to move troops around the Highlands a lot easier, because there were no roads in those days. Just drove roads which were basically kind of dirt paths where the cows went, basically. So they built these military roads to allow them to move the troops. Downside was, come the 1745 with Bonnie Prince Charlie and whatnot, the roads actually made it a lot easier for the Jacobites to move around as well, so it kind of backfired on them. They kept building them in the aftermath, but around about 1770 or so, they kind of gave up on them and they fell into disrepair. This is the remains of one of them here. This is the road that went from the fort at Dumbarton Rock along to Inveraray, or Inveraray, I can't remember which. So yeah, it came up and over the side of Loch Lomond and up and over the rest of Be Thankful, round the top of Loch Long, and then round here. Then it went away down the glen here, round by Loch Fyne and over to Inveraray from there. But yeah, so obviously they built a lot of these bridges. There's quite a few of them still around in various states of disrepair and repair. Up in Aberfeldy there's one that I think you can actually drive your car across. Anyway, yeah, that's your history. General Wade, Major Caulfeild. I suspect this one is probably a General Wade one, I'm not sure. I'm probably very, very wrong in that. However, yeah, we'll get a shot of it all the same. This, as I say, will be the last shot of the day. It's fairly similar, I think, to the very first shot that I took, and that we're looking down the river, or upriver rather, with the hills in the background, bridge in the foreground, etc, etc, etc. So I'll stick on the movie. The rain is off again, fortunately, so no more wiping lenses and stuff. I do need to be careful with setting up the shot, because across here, I don't know if you can see that in the picture, there is, I think I showed it in the opening shots in fact, for some reason they've dumped a whole pile of rocks and stones and stuff. I don't know why. It looks like, I don't know if it's hardcore or what. maybe there's some work going on over at the rest to be thankful there to stop all the landslides that we're having problems with. So maybe it's for that, I don't know. But they could have picked a better place to put it really, couldn't they? Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to grab the shot. That's the movie on. As you can see, we've got the river running straight in this side. We've got the bridge sitting on the rule of thirds here. I've got the mountains in the background. I'll just show you, in fact, if I swing that round ever so slightly. That is possibly a better shot, I'm not sure, but it does have all this rubble up here in the top corner, so I don't want that. So I'm going to put it back to about here. Okay. I'm going to bring that down ever so slightly. Oops, too far. Maybe there. So that I've got, as I say, the river running up to this rule of thirds. We've got this mountain sitting here on this third. Okay. What else do I need to think about? That's probably it. We're getting some blue sky up there as well. So I'm going to bracket again. We've got it dark at the bottom, bright at the top. Okay, so let me switch off the movie. I'll set up my histogram. Make sure that everything is absolutely fine. Oh, it's very squint. Let me just change that there. There, that's better. Okay. The histogram's a bit hard up against the right there. Bring it over to there. It's about 1/13 of a second. Okay, so next thing, I'll switch that display off. I need to wait till there's no cars going past as well, because there's a road just across here, so I don't want any cars in my shot. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? Yes, about now. Let's just get it. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Click. That's that. I'm going to call it a day at that. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please, as I always say, please like, please subscribe, please hit the little bell icon down in that corner there. Yeah, so please comment as well. It would be fantastic, because I do like to hear what you think of these shots. As I say, it's been, I don't think it has been a short one actually. I've spent quite a bit of time here taking various shots just off the bridge. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed them. I really do. Let me know. Aye, so that's that. I'm probably banging this tripod against my microphone there. That's that, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Cheers.